Are you enjoying the newest season of Only Murders in the Building?
5 seasons flew by.
I bet.
Really?
The mysteries are weirder than ever, and behind the scenes, it's just as fascinating. We're spilling all the show's secrets, from surprising on-set stories to the best cameos, and even hidden filming spots. Plus, what it's really like for Selena Gomez working with Steve Martin and Martin Short.
You know we don't do that anymore, right?
Let's get into it. Number 1. Fans are used to Short and Martin's constant banter on and off the screen.
Thank you! I think that applause had my name on it.
Maybe.
But Selena Gomez quickly learned the game too.
You know, there's this constant radiant glow that I get from Steve and Marty, and then one day I realized it was just their iPhone lights still on in their pocket.
Clearly, the chemistry on screen is no accident.
Are you making fun of me already?
These three have turned friendship into an art form, both in front of the camera and behind the scenes. Number 2. Gomez is a major true crime fan in real life. The actress shared that she used to watch true crime shows all the time with her mom. But it wasn't about the incident so much as it was about the forensics. I love the psychology behind it, she explained. She even attended CrimeCon events, trying to help solve real cold cases. Number 3. Steve Martin had never seen Selena act before she was cast.
You know, I knew who Selena Gomez was, but I didn't know her work that well. So I looked her up on, the internet, and I realized at 28, she had done as many movies as I had.
And Martin Short wasn't really aware of her career either.
I didn't know her. You could have been horrible.
I know.
Steve and Martin were unsure of how Selena would vibe with them before meeting on set, as they'd only ever spoken on Zoom. But they realized they're a perfect trio quite soon.
I met her in the makeup chair the first day we shot, and I was right away struck by this beautiful, engaging, and right away charming person.
Hearing that, you wouldn't know Gomez was intimidated about working with comedy legends. But that didn't last long. Before we go on, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Those 2 small clicks from you will help us bring you more of these awesome videos. Number 4. Selena earned her co-stars' respect quickly, and as soon as she stopped idolizing them in a way, they became really close.
I'm very lucky that they picked me. This has changed my life for the better. I'm like, those are my guys. Like, some of my best friends are 70-year-olds.
While Gomez learned from their professionalism and wisdom, the veteran actors picked up a lot from her too.
What was that story I read that she had to explain to Steve what WAP stood for?
Absolutely true. I knew songs existed that were very frank and, but I didn't know they were number 1.
She also introduced them to other modern world hacks, including texting habits, slang, and how fans engage differently today. Number 5. Steve Martin co-created Only Murders in the Building with John Hoffman.
I just kept this an idea in my head for 10 years.
However, originally there were supposed to be not 2, but 3 guys in a team.
But because they're old, they don't want to go outside the building because it's too tiring, so they decide they'll just do Only Murders in the Building.
Steve was initially hesitant to take on a starring role in the series, but as soon as his friend Martin Short agreed to join him, he quickly signed on. Still, while mapping out the show, Martin and Hoffman realized they need to bring in someone unexpected.
And then Selena came along with somebody's brilliant idea.
The goal was to create a generational clash that would be interesting to watch, and it worked, right? Number 6. The 4th main character of the show is Arconia. In real life, the apartment complex is called the Belnord. Constructed back in 1908, it's located in New York City's Upper West Side neighborhood. The Belnord exterior and the grand entrance with those gorgeous wrought iron gates are used on the show. Production designer Patrick Howe shared that the vast scale of the building provides endless source material for writers and viewers alike to continue to investigate and solve crimes together. The courtyard of this building is around 22,000 square feet, which makes it one of the largest private interior courtyards in New York City. But we hate to break it to you that the Arconia's apartment interiors are all filmed on a soundstage. Number 7. Only Murders in the Building is famous for its high-profile cameos. Actually, the show has become a magnet for talented actors who love its tone and the collaborative environment.
We have had a roster of guest stars, especially comedy guest stars.
Cast legends like Shirley MacLaine and Mel Brooks, longtime friends like Meryl Streep, Paul Rudd, Eugene Levy and Matthew Broderick, and even relatives. For example, Charles's hair and makeup artist, Joy, is portrayed by Andrea Martin. She is actually Martin Short's ex-sister-in-law. Andrea's ex-husband, Bob Dolman, was a brother to Martin's late wife, Nancy. Steve Martin's wife, Anne Stringfield, also made a cameo. Number 8. The character of Cinda Canning was based on real-life podcaster Sarah Koenig. Sarah is best known for her critically acclaimed true crime podcast Serial. On the show, a running joke is that Cinda, portrayed by Tina Fey, only hires assistants who look just like her. In real life, Tina and Martin's wife bear a striking resemblance, which the actress was the first to point out.
You have helped me so many times and in so many ways, showing up for SNL monologues, marrying a woman who is like a younger, thinner, smarter version of me, just to keep me hustling.
The series authors couldn't help using it, and that's how Anne Stringfield ended up in a tiny role as Cinda's lookalike. Number 9. Season 5 is the most star-studded one so far. It features Renee Zellweger, Christoph Waltz, Téa Leoni, Bobby Cannavale, and Keegan-Michael Key, just to name a few. Moreover, several beloved actors from the previous seasons are back, even though their characters were killed.
We're gonna miss you, buddy.
Other familiar faces also popped up, like Julian Seehey as Tim Kono and Jane Howdyshell as Bunny Folger. Also, original Arconia resident Teddy Dimas returned for the first time since Season 2. As for Paul Rudd, this time he came back not physically, but as the voice of a tenant service robot. Number 10. Nathan Lane, who plays Teddy Dimas, also is a longtime friend and colleague of both Martin and Short, so he took his role in Only Murders very seriously. For his scenes with his on-screen son James Caverly, who is deaf in real life, Nathan learned American Sign Language, and he did it in only 6 weeks. Number 11. Arguably the biggest guest star of Season 1, Sting, performed an impromptu private concert for the cast.
I thought it was me, and I was so low, but my words didn't put a bullet into Tim Kono.
Showrunner John Hoffman revealed that each time Sting would get up in that scene, he'd play one of his famous songs, and it was different each time. Literally, we had like a Sting concert happening, unplugged, on our set. We were just in love with him. He was just brilliant. Number 12. There are also many jokes thrown in that reference Martin and Short's decades-long careers. For example, in Season 3, Loretta mentions losing a role in Little Shop of Horrors to Ellen Greene. IRL, Steve Martin starred alongside Ellen in the film adaptation of the musical in 1986. In the same season, Charles and Oliver lie their way into a courtroom, saying they're fathers of the bride. Steve and Martin both starred in the 1991 film of the same name.
Master and Mrs. Banks and the lovely bride. Hello.
Number 13. While the first seasons were fully filmed in and around New York City, Season 4 was shot extensively in Los Angeles. This created a fish-out-of-water dynamic for the main trio of the classic New Yorkers. The show used real LA locations, including studio lots, executive offices, and outdoor Hollywood settings. That created certain difficulties for the production team, as they still had to maintain continuity with the Arconia. But the audience loved the dynamic so much that Season 5 expanded filming around New York. Renee Zellweger and Bobby Cannavale were spotted filming in Brooklyn. But one of the more striking new locations for Season 5 is Staten Island. The cast and crew were spotted filming near the famous house featured in The Godfather, in the Tot Hill neighborhood. That definitely added some cinematic weight for die-hard film enthusiasts.
They came to you on the night of my wedding.
Yeah, I made him an offer he couldn't decline.
Using this location also helped deepen the mystery by linking Lester's death to larger stories, like mob ties and billionaire intrigues. Number 14. You probably noticed that Charles, Oliver, and Mabel started visiting the Pickle Diner more lately. It turns out, to film that scenes, the show used the Mansion restaurant in Upper East Side. That was confirmed by the establishment in a tweet captioned, "The Pickle Diner looks pretty familiar." Number 15. Only Murders in the Building might be Steve Martin's last acting role in his 6 decades-long career. Back in 2022, he revealed in an interview, "When this television show is done, I'm not going to seek other movies. I don't want to do cameos. This is weirdly it. But we hope he'll change his mind and give us many more hilarious characters." Or Only Murders might have 10 more seasons? Which would you prefer? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and stay awesome.